Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we are going to take a look at 10 movies where you didn't see the end coming. At least on your first watch through, you didn't see the end coming. You get to the end of the movie, you're going to be like, At least on your first watch through. A lot of these movies, I'm quite sure you guys have seen these movies, probably all of them. So just go back to your first watch through. And we're going to start this list off with one from 2014, starring Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini, called The Drop. The Drop is a really good, gritty, street type of organized crime drama. And Tom Hardy is like James Gandolfini's, I'm going to say, right-hand man, so to speak. He works in the bar. He oversees the drops. The drops are money that organized crime families and groups make, and they keep the money. It's basically their way of laundering and recycling dirty cash. But the ending to this movie is going to rock your socks, I'm telling you. Good movie, fantastic ending. You didn't see it coming your first time watching it. I didn't. All of these I pulled because I didn't really see the ending coming. Some of you might be a little bit more savvy in your movie watching, and you saw the end coming. I didn't see. I had ideas, but when the end was revealed in these movies, I was like, wow. Next up, we got one from 2018 called Upgrade. Upgrade is all about AI, and it is a wonderful movie. It is, to me, I really enjoyed this movie. It was just something different. I really love these type of action movies / thrillers, if you would. I mean, it could be considered an action movie. It was a nice little bit of fighting in here, hand-to-hand combat. Decent movie. I enjoyed it. Upgrade. It had a great ending. Who you thought was the mastermind really wasn't the mastermind. Fantastic movie with a really good, solid ending. Here's one with Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike. This one is from 2014. This one is called Gone Girl. This is another one where the ending is like, okay, I didn't see that. Okay. Really, really good movie. Gone Girl. I'm trying to tell you. A really good movie with a banging villain. I mean, wow, she is something, ain't she? I am telling you, she is just evil. I'm not going to, these movies, I'm not going to tell you too much about these movies, because if I give too much to somebody who didn't see it, they might be able to figure the end out. So I'm not going to tell you too much, but just know she's a piece of work. And the ending, I enjoyed the ending. Next up is one. This is one that's old. This came out in 1960. And again, first watch through. Go back to the first time you watched it. Psycho. Psycho is definitely a movie with an end. The first, whoa, okay, really, wow. Yes, Psycho. You didn't see this one coming the first time you seen it. Here's one. This is part of an 8-film collection, but we're going to talk about 2004's the original Saw movie with the legend Tobin Bell. I'm telling you right now, I watched this movie. Me and my wife watched this movie, and it was a great movie. We enjoyed it, and at the end, again, I know all of you saw Saw, but I still don't want to, at the very end in the room, I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And I'm just going to say this. The whole time, really, I'm not going to say no more. Crazy movie with a crazy ending, period. Next up is one of my personal favorite movies in my entire collection. Definitely in my top 5 of thrillers, of best thrillers of all times to me. This is like, when it comes to just movies that are just thrillers with very little action, just straight up psych thrillers, movies that really get your brain going, this is like top 5 for me. And this one is 1997's The Game, starring Sean Penn and Michael Douglas. What a fantastic movie. The movie is a non-stop thrill ride. The movie is just non-stop. There's no pause in this movie. There's no chill in this movie. It's got great pacing. This movie would actually, I would consider this to go on a list of maybe, and I would do genre specific, you know what I'm saying? I would put this on the list of a list of easy top 100 thrillers of all times. This would go on that list. Not sure where it would slot, but I'm talking about of all times. This would go on a list of top 100 thrillers of all times. It's called The Game with Michael Douglas and Sean Penn. And I can't really tell you too much about this one if you didn't see it, because if I give you too much, you might be able to figure this one out a little bit. But it's a banger, and when you get to the end, you're going to be like, really? The Game. Check that one out. Yes. We had Brad Pitt and Edward Norton, 1999's Fight Club. I was blown away at the end of this movie. I'm not even going to lie to you. All of these, for the most part, I was blown away at the ending. And I think that's part of the reason why I pulled these 10, because these 10, there's others, but these 10 really are at the front of mind when I think about movies with an end where I just didn't see it coming the first time. And this is one of them, Fight Club. Wow. What goes on in Fight Club stays in Fight Club. Next up, we have, and I love all of these. So all of these is definitely, I could put these on a favorite list. All of these. I love these movies. And we have 1995's Kevin Spacey, a whole host of other, Stephen Baldwin, Gabriel Byrne, Kevin Pollak, Benicio del Toro, one of my favorite actors. Kevin Spacey, one of my favorite actors. I don't really care what he was going through, what he went through. That was his personal life. I like his movies, and I like him as an actor. I think he's a great talent. We all have stuff that we go through. Some stuff is more egregious than others, but nobody's perfect, and we all have stuff that goes on in our personal life. But like I said, some people just got shit that's going on that's a little bit more out there. And he got stuff that was going on that was out there. But I still like Kevin Spacey. And we're talking about The Usual Suspects. What? I'm telling you, dog, listen, this movie right here, who knew? This was the talk of the town when it first came out. Everybody was tripped up and tripped out over the end of this movie. I haven't met a single person, I'm talking years ago, not so much now, because I was a heavy movie goer back when this movie came out. I used to love going to the theater back in the early to mid to late 90s. I really didn't stop going to the theaters. I fell out of love with movie theaters probably in the mid 2000s. Even before COVID. I would go, but only if my kids wanted to see something. I just fell out of love with the whole experience of going to the movies. But this movie right here, when this first came out, this was the talk of the town. Everybody was tripped out who saw this movie about the end of this movie. Fantastic movie. Great ending. I'm telling you, this is probably, on this list of 10, this is probably in the top 3 far as endings that you was like, get the hell out of here, really? So that's The Usual Suspects. Next up is one, Nicole Kidman, 2001's The Others. Yo, listen. Okay, so I was watching this, and I did go to the theater to see this. And I saw this, and I'm sitting there, me and my wife, we were sitting there, and we watching. It was a really good movie. We was going with the vibe of the movie. But Nicole Kidman, just her mannerisms, the way she was acting, her look, her eyes. Nicole Kidman got very scary eyes. And she does these, like, if you just look at, I don't know how well you can see it, but in this movie, she had very scary eyes. But Nicole Kidman, no matter what movie she's in, she has very strong eyes. I'm not going to say scary eyes. She don't have scary eyes. She has very strong eyes. Nicole Kidman, it's almost like her eyes are just very, I'm not sure. Every movie I see her in, she's a great actress. But her eyes are so, I don't know. But in this movie, I had no idea about what, like, the ending was just like, really? The ending was like, it was one of them endings where you got to the end of the movie and you was like, wow, really? The Others, a banger. Ending, totally catch you off guard if you've never seen this movie before. Listen, if you've never seen this one before, don't look at no trailers on YouTube. Well, the trailers won't give it away, but don't talk to nobody. Get a copy of this, find it on streaming, and watch it. From beginning to end, you're going to love it. And here's one that we have 1999 starring Bruce Willis and Haley Joel Osment, The Sixth Sense. Now, this is another one where you get to the end and you're like, wow, really? It's just some of these movies on this list, well, most of these, not some, most of these, all of these, you get to the end and you're like, really? Wow. So this movie definitely had an end that you just did not see coming. And what I liked about this one, a couple of these movies did it. I know the others basically did a little bit, but not all the way like this one did. This one pretty much walked you through all the instances that gave away the end. I almost told you something, but I'm not. But it recaps certain scenes in the movie that gave away the end. But by the time you got to the end, it really wasn't giving the ending away, but they was going back and show you certain points of the movie where the ending was real. Like, here, look here at this scene. This is what was going on, and banging. This is probably this is top 3 movies with a end you didn't see coming. This is probably on a list of 100 movies. This will probably chart in the top 10 somewhere. I'm quite sure there's some that might be a little bit better, but I just don't know. I mean, right now, my top 3 in this stack is going to be, all of these are fantastic, but if I had to give it to 3 of them, it would be The Sixth Sense, it would be The Usual Suspects, and it's a toss-up between Fight Club and The Others and The Game. It's a toss-up between those 3. So, I don't know. I would have to go, out of the 10, the top 5 would be, the top 5 would definitely be The Usual Suspects, not in that order, but The Sixth Sense, Fight Club, The Game, and The Others. The other movies are great endings, but I would have to give it to those. So, well, guys, look, those are 10 movies where they had just banging endings that you just didn't see. First watch through, when you're watching this video, think about when the first time you saw the movie. You didn't see the end coming. And if you did, you're a savvier movie watcher than I am. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your Christmas tomorrow. We do have the end of year pickup video coming. Yes, I got 3 titles that I was waiting on from eBay, and my tracking says the last of them will be in on Tuesday, so we'll do a quick little unload for those, and then I'm going to pull everything off my shelves that I bought this year for a end of year recap of all things that came into the Movie Bay this year. So that's going to be a lot of titles. So it's going to be a long video. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do it as a regular video or as a live stream. I haven't really decided. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think I'll do it as a regular video, because I think if I do it as a live stream, it's going to take forever, because we're talking that came into the channel this year. We're talking about 350 titles that came in for the whole year. So it's going to be a lot. So I may not do that as a live stream, because that would just take too long. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy your holidays. Have fun with your friends and families. Goodbye.